So today, I'll be helping you out if you forgot about Valentine's Day and giving you some ideas for fun things that you can do for free in Ireland and some less than fun things. In case you hadn't noticed, I am a woman and I'll be talking about this from a woman's perspective. That's not to say all of this doesn't apply to you irrespective of your gender or orientation, so take it and apply it to yourself. Apparently there's a day after for the guys, but I don't know what that day is called. I do. It's called Steak and Day. Moving on. Romantic things can of course happen to anybody, so if you feel like doing something nice for somebody else, do it, because you know, the world needs more love. I'm a big believer in not having to spend a lot of money to impress somebody on an occasion like Valentine's Day or a proposal or an anniversary. So all of my things are like pretty much free, or you can upgrade if you want to. Of course, if somebody wants to spend a lot of money on me, I'm not averse to that idea either.
You gold digger.
This list is entirely subjective. These are just my ideas of what's romantic. Maybe your ideas are different and that's okay, because we're all different and weird is good. You can buy this cushion on teespring.com. Before I get into the video, do be sure to subscribe. Otherwise, you're gonna never have anything romantic ever happen to you in your whole entire life again, and that's pretty sad. The first bit of advice I'm going to tell you is if the person you're seeing says that they don't care about romance, etc.,
ignore them.
Because we all care about romance, really, don't we? No! We do. We all care about romance. So, you know, you have more of it in your life. And I get if you've been in a relationship for a really long time, you might feel this doesn't apply to you. But you know what? Surprise the other person. Do something really sweet and don't have it be stupid red roses, because anybody can get red roses and they're just naff. And the first thing you really shouldn't do if you're planning on doing something romantic for Valentine's Day is go straight from naught to a big busy bar, because that's just no. If you end up in a big busy bar in Temple Bar, cool, but it's not where you start. Also, don't go to a chain restaurant like Nando's, because that's just not special. I enjoy Nando's, it's really yum, but it would just feel like a regular meal in Nando's, if you know what I mean. Now, I'm aware people might disagree, and that's the beauty of romance. It might be romantic to you, it wouldn't be to me. And these are my opinions, so. Another tip not to do on Valentine's Day is don't sit in. There's nothing romantic about sitting in. Yes, there is something you can do for free on Valentine's Day when you stay in, but you can do that anyway, so go out. You don't need to spend money, I'm about to get into it. Okay, so the first really romantic thing you can do in Ireland for Valentine's Day is go visit St. Valentines Shrine. Did you know it was in Ireland? I didn't. How cool is that? It's actually at Whitefriar Street Church. If you are not a religious person, don't worry, you can still go in and take a look at it. But do be respectful of the space. Don't be schnogging in front of Valentine's Shrine. It's not that kind of place. Be respectful. And here's a cool thing, you can spout lots of facts about Valentine when you're there to impress the other person. Did you know Valentine was actually two people? Yep, there were two Valentines and they were both executed by an emperor called Claudius II. And they're both honoured by the Catholic Church on St. Valentine's Day. One of the Valentines was executed because he was going around marrying Christian couples against Claudius's wishes. So there's another fact you can spout. Go look up the internet, it's your friend. And then you'll look smart and sexy. Because smart is sexy. Sexy, sexy. The next cool free thing that you can do to be romantic, or you know, you could propose this way too, that might be fun. You go to Mayo and you look up in the air and there's actually the clearest sky ever, because Mayo sky is super dark and you'll see like 4,500 stars. You might even catch some planets and a meteor shower, and you don't even need a telescope, so that's pretty cool. As a warm-up act, you could cycle the Great Western Way to get there. That could be nice. I can actually think of nothing worse than being brought on a cycling trip, but we're all different, you know? The next really cute thing you can do in Ireland for free is go and visit the Halfpenny Bridge lanes in Dublin. There's one called Love Lane, which is really cute. It's got all little stuff written on the walls and sometimes people add to it and it's all bright and colourful. And yes, it smells of piss, but we're gonna ignore that fact and just appreciate the art. Is it art? I don't know. It's just stuff stuck on the wall, really. So these lanes actually used to be kind of creepy to walk down at night, and I guess the Dublin City Council tried to cheer them up by giving them themes. And Love Lane has obviously got a love theme, so that's nice. Romantic and free, and that's what we're going for. And then you can go for food, because, you know, food's always romantic. Not in a sexy way. Food isn't sexy.
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate! Ack!
Eating is good. Always fill your date up with food. Moving on, the next cute thing you can do is go kayaking in Lake Gill. Now this is obviously weather dependent because Irish weather sucks. I have not specifically been kayaking there. I have been kayaking. Diane was never seen again. But there's a really cool poem by W.B. Yeats called The Lake Isle of Innisfree, and it's kind of about this area and it's very nice. And the nice thing about Irish lakes is no alligators, so there's that. You don't have to be afraid, just kayak to your heart's content. You probably do have to pay a wee tiny fee for the kayak, but it won't break the bank. So Lake Gill is actually in Sligo, which is a lovely part of Ireland, very quaint. There's loads of cool Irish things you can do in Sligo, so I would highly recommend it. The next fun thing you can do in Ireland is go check out a cliff. Don't shove the person off the cliff. That's not romantic. There's nothing romantic about killing your partner. Or is there? The best ones are the cliffs of Moher and the Giant's Causeway. They both have really nice views and you can take them in there. I strongly recommend bringing a warm coat, maybe even a blanket. It could be cute to cuddle up in the car and look out over the cliffs, but don't get too close to the edge. They're not guarded and you literally could fall off.
I fell. You fell.
Even somebody like me can't deny it's very beautiful to look out over the cliffs. So start with that and then move on to food. It's always going to be the answer. Another really nice place to go is the Aran Islands, and you're not going to break the bank on the Aran Islands. This one's not free, but it definitely can be low cost. You get a ferry over and then you go stay in a little Airbnb. Again, cycling is highly encouraged, and if that's your shtick, we're different. But you can go and have a nice walk around and bring the dogs, and it's just really cool and really simple. Of course, if you want to spend zero money, there are loads of beaches in Ireland, and again, this is weather dependent, but actually sometimes a walk even in the cold is nice on the beach in Ireland. I tend to favour beaches with yellow sand rather than the real pebbly sand. Sandymount Strand is really nice. British Bay Beach in Wicklow is gorgeous, and a top tip is when you get to the beach and you come in the entranceway, don't hang around there. If it's a sunny day, it'll be busy there. You need to walk like a good bit down the beach to find a nice isolated area, and that's much more romantic. Just a reminder, having coitus in public in Ireland is still illegal, so don't do that. Go check out Ireland's other capital city, Cork, and check out Kinsale Harbour in West Cork. It's really nice. I did that, by the way, because, yeah, there's only one capital city. Dublin. A fun thing to do there is just sit on the wall and get yourself a bag of fish and chips. That's really nice to do. Of course, if you're going to go that budget on it, you should definitely have some really nice things to say to the person, something prepared, because otherwise you are just sitting on a wall eating fish and chips. And lovely as the view is, yeah, you're going to want something in your back pocket. A ring! No, not necessarily a ring. A ring! Maybe. Speaking of rings, this brings us to Galway. Galway is the home of the Irish Claddagh Ring, and the cool thing about Claddagh rings is that you can get them really, really cheap, or you can get really, really expensive ones. A Claddagh ring is not a sign of a proposal. You can give someone a Claddagh ring just in friendship.
It's a Claddagh Ring.
But usually it's a little bit of romance attached to it. The Claddagh Ring symbolises love, loyalty and friendship, and it's a really cute thing to give somebody. But if your beau has never had a Claddagh Ring, I'm sure it would be very, very romantic. You can literally get one for like a tenner if you want. When a person wears a Claddagh Ring, it's a sign that they're either single or taken. And if they wear their heart toward themselves, it means their heart is taken. And if they wear it away, it means they're good to go. Another really accessible thing to do in Ireland in a lot of places is go on a horse, or indeed a horse and carriage. Living in Dublin, I would suggest Stoneybatter is a cool place to get a horse and cart, or Grafton Street, but there are literally horses and carriages and just horses on their own experiences all over Ireland. You can do it anywhere. There can be something really intimate about going around on a horse with somebody, so, you know, give it a whirl.
Your head's in a whirl.
And the number one niche thing that you can do in Ireland that you can do in very few other places in the world is go check out a castle. You can go check out a full castle and you can even stay in it, or you can go check out a ruin of a castle, and that's pretty romantic too. A lot of celebrities come to Ireland and get married in castles, like the Beckhams and Kim Kardashian at her honeymoon here. Weddings are a big thing in Irish castles. But you don't have to go to a wedding or even stay in the place to go and see it. You can go walk around an estate like Power's Court or the Clifford Lines anytime you want. You can just go and have a nice walk around, and that's nice to see. So that's it. As always, I'll be online for the first hour after I upload, so if you have any questions of a romantic nature that I, a single person, can help you with, feel free to ask. I just want to thank a couple of people who have supported me over on PayPal, which is a great help to me, especially in this awful season of YouTube monetization. Chris, John, Paul, Kim, Maureen, Daniel, and Scott. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Some people prefer to use PayPal over Patreon, and I can assure you that your support is used and pumped back into the channel to make it better. So thank you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on the other side. Bye. Okay, the first thing I want to tell you, and the first bit of advice I'm going to tell you, the first bit of advice I'm going to give you, is that if the person you are seeing says they don't, the first bit of advice I'm going to give you is that if the person you are seeing says they don't care about Valentine's Day, it's just stupid, the first thing you really shouldn't, you can write yourself. There's something really intimate about riding around. There's something really places in the world is ghosts. You can walk around an estate. You can go walk around an estate. You can go walk around an estate like Power's Court, or you can go walk around a estate. Now, for Valentine's Day, we will be staying in and getting a pizza special from Domino's. Yes, we will. Well, I'm going out. Oh.